So I'm going to tell you what just happened to me. I was just at the supermarket, like in a rush, mad, running, trying to get there very, very quick. And I wanted like only to buy a certain amount of things so I could do very, very quick shopping. Last minute things were getting closer and closer. And I feel like instead of my list getting shorter, my list is actually getting longer. So I'm in the supermarket and like I had this miraculous able to get a shopping cart, the things quickly piled inside, going through quickly to check out. And as I'm about to pay, I reach into my wallet and I see I don't have my credit cards. I don't have any money. What happened? Earlier this morning, I had gone shoe shopping with one of my children, and also with a million things doing, rushing from here to there, not even having or feeling like I had time to breathe. I gave him my credit cards. And then I gave him both of them because I wasn't sure which one in case one didn't work. And I look at my wallet and they're not there. Meaning either I was like, oh no, he never gave them back to me, or I never asked for them back. And here I am, and I had just gone through that madness. And I'm looking around the supermarket. I'm thinking maybe there's somebody that I know that I can borrow money from. And there was no one in the supermarket that I knew, which is like really weird because I feel like I know everybody all the time in the supermarket. And I went to I didn't know what to do. And I called my daughter, like in a panic. I'm like, you gotta hop on a bus, just come to the supermarket and bring me money. And again, the sensation of like, I can't breathe. I can't do anything. And then I put my phone in my purse. And then I put my hands on my purse again to take out my phone. And what do I see? My credit cards. That actually my son, instead of putting it in my wallet, he must have just dropped it into my purse. Whew. Sign of relief. A deep breath. Paid for my things. Called my daughter. Told her she doesn't have to go on the bus. And I went home. And it made me start to think about how breathless I am right now. Like I'm running from one thing to the other. And when we were in Egypt, what was said about us, what was said about Israel, it says that the workload was so intense. It was so intense that we didn't even have time to breathe. In fact, we had something called kotzer ruach. We had a shortness of breath. And that shortness of breath made it so that we could not see anything except for the moment of intensity that we were in. We couldn't see past, thinking about, the promises that God had given us. And we couldn't see into the future because there was no hope. All we were was stuck in a breathless moment of shortness of breath. Now, when we come to Leila Seder, something very interesting happens. We have 4 sons. The first 2 sons are known as the Chacham, the wise son, and the Rasha, the wicked. It's not good and bad. It's kind of a weird contrast, wise and wicked. Now, the wise son and the wicked son, if you actually look, these 4 sons are asking 4 questions. The questions that they're asking are very, very similar. But there's one word that's very different. The wise son and the wicked son. So let's just take the wicked son first. What does he say? He kind of puts himself out of it to the side. And he's asking like, what's all this? Like, what is this? What is all this? And he says, instead of saying like that, let's say we went through or that we're doing, he says, what is lechem, which means to you. Lechem. Lechem has 3 letters, a lamed, a chaf, and a mem. Those 3 letters are actually in the inside of the alphabet, of the aleph bet. Imagine aleph is an A. We have taf is like a Z. So from aleph to bet, aleph, bet, gimel, dalet, A, B, C, D, right? The 3 little medium or middle letters is lechem, lamen, chaf, mem. And what was pointed out to me by Rav Ben Amar was that the difference between that and the chacham, the wise person, is what does the wise person say? He doesn't say lechem, like what are these laws? He says etchem. Now what's the word etchem? It has not to you. He's including himself sort of in this also. But it sounds very similar, except his has an aleph, a taf. And it also has a chaf and a mem. Now what's aleph and taf? Aleph, like I said before, is the A. Taf is the last letter. It's like the Z. And also he has the middle. What is the person who's chacham, the person who's wise? He says, okay, I have an aleph, which means I have roots, I have an anchor. I have to know that I have aleph, amuna, right? I have connection. I have a strong connection. I have to plant my roots firmly connected, and I have to hold on to that, and that's my muna. And taf, what's taf? The last letter is hope, which is tikva. It's hope for the future. It's knowing that just as I have a muna because of what was promised to me in the past, and I have a muna to all the goodness and all the miracles that God and the salvations that He did for us in the past, I have tikva. I have a hope for the future. And I'm also chem. I'm also grounded in the present. So it's not that I'm stuck in the present. And so many times when a person is going here and they're going there, and I'm always telling them, no, go back to the present. Like, don't stop worrying about the past and stop worrying about the future. And I always tell them, ground yourself, feel yourself grounded in your body in the present. However, sometimes we can get really sucked into the present as well, and we can feel shortness of breath. We forget that we did it before. Hashem was with us before, and we forget that we have this future, and we have a shortness of breath. So what are we going to do right now as we're into really the countdown of Pesach, and among other things, is first of all, we're going to practice, we're going to take a deep breath, and as you inhale, you're actually going to pause your breath before you do that exhalation. You're going to see that nothing happens. You don't die, thank God, You can actually pause a breath before you go on to the next one. You can be in the moment, you can pause, but not get stuck in it as you exhale to the next breath. We can know that we have a beautiful heritage, we have a beautiful promise, and we have a beautiful connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to God. And we can know that is also, there's a beautiful future ahead of us. But we have to take all these three things, the past, the present, and the future, which is also encompasses one of the holy names of God, of past, present, and future, his name of Rachamim, of mercy, right? And we connect to it, and we realize that even in my moments when I feel like I can't breathe, I'm like so stuck in this present, I'm going to inhale, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to exhale. And I'm going to anchor myself. I'm going to anchor myself in the emunah of the past and the tikva of the future, as I'm grounding my body in the present. So what we're going to do is a little pre-Pesach meditation. We're going to close our eyes, and we're just going to first relax the body. Easier said than done. And you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to have time for this? I'm telling you, you will. 2 minutes of closing your eyes. I want you to drop your shoulders. I want you to wiggle your toes, feel the toes, just feeling a sensation of lightness, feeling your feet firmly planted on the ground below you. So feel yourself very grounded, yet the feet feel light. You're taking a deep breath, and you're inhaling and you're exhaling towards your legs. A sensation of softness in the knees. The legs are soft, the muscles relax as you're inhaling a lot of light and you're exhaling the darkness. Bringing total relaxation to your body. I want that inhalation also now to go to the hips, to the pelvic region, to the center of your creativity, to the center of a lot of nurturing and love and potential that lies there. You're taking a deep breath, and you're breathing into your internal organs, into your intestines, into your spleen and your kidneys. Inhaling the light and exhaling out the darkness. Feeling your stomach soft and relaxed, not holding anything in. Now bring light and relaxation to your chest. Let it expand as you take a deep breath in, filling your whole chest with light. The heart beating softly. And as you exhale, just drop the shoulders, release the arms, open your hands. Taking a deep breath, allowing the breath to go to the neck. Releasing the tension in the neck, you can go to the left, to the right, being able to be flexible and looking to see different ways. Again, inhaling, letting your whole entire face fill with light, relaxation, the jaw, the eyebrow, the forehead. Anything that you feel is just on you, I want you to imagine that weight being lifted off of you right now. I want you to put it into a nice package and to wrap it with a bow and just transfer it over to God. Inhaling relaxation to your whole entire body, from the tip of your toes all the way up to your forehead. Feeling a center, like almost like a crown of light above your head. And from that crown of light, I want you to bring down the light. And I want you to let the light shed through every single one of your body parts. Imagine it going and being appreciative and feeling the light in your ears that can hear, and your eyes that can see, and the nose that can smell, and all your senses in the mouth that can taste and can talk and can sing and can smile. I want you to imagine that light going down again, spreading light and hope, the tikva, and also going back to the emunah as you broaden your shoulders, relaxing the body, taking a deep breath in. Now pause it before you exhale out, knowing that I can take a deep breath. I don't have to have that kotzer ruach. I don't have to have that shortness of breath. I can take deep breaths in, breathe in the light of Hashem, and exhale out.